which of the following statements is/are true about Indian economy at the dawn of independence? Literacy rate was less than 10%. Life expectancy at birth was around 30 years. Growth in the 20th century preceding independence was less than 2%. Select the correct answer using the codes below. A1 and 2. B2 only. C1 and 3. D all of them incorrect. Answer D. The social sector was a neglected area for the British rulers, which had a negative impact on the production and productivity of the economy. India remained a continent of illiterate peasants under British rule at the time of independence. Its literacy was only 17%, with 32.5 years of life expectancy at birth. Hence statements 1 and 2 are correct. The pre-independence period was altogether a period of near stagnation, showing almost no change in the structure of production or in the levels of productivity. The aggregate real output during the first half of the 20th century estimated at less than 2% a year or less. Hence statement 3 is correct. 2. Question: which of the following were the avowed policy goals after independence? Enhanced role of the entrepreneurs, discouraging foreign investment, developing small-scale industries. Select the correct answer using the codes below. A1 and 2. B2 only. C1 and 3. D all of them incorrect. Answer B. The political leaders and the industrialists both were very much aware and conscious about the economic inheritance once India became independent. Somehow, these dominant lot of people who were going to lay down the foundation stones of the independent Indian economy were almost having consensual views, even before the independence, on many major strategic issues. States/governments should be given the direct responsibility for an ambitious and vital role to be assigned to the public sector. It thus restricted a role of entrepreneurs. Hence statement 1 is incorrect. Necessity for the development of heavy industries. Though small scale was given due importance, but it was never the celebrated policy goal. Hence statement 3 is incorrect. The discouragement to foreign investment. Hence statement 2 is correct. The need for economic planning. 3. Question: when was National Planning Committee formed? A. 1938. B. 1947. C. 1950. D. 1951. Incorrect. Answer C. The political leadership selected industry as the leading force of the economy after independence. This was already decided by the dominant group of the nationalist leaders way back in the mid-1930s. Then they felt the need for economic planning in India before setting up the National Planning Committee in 1938. Hence option B is correct. 4th question: which of the following statements is/are true? Agriculture was chosen as the prime moving force of the economy at independence. Agriculture has been relegated in favor of industry after liberalization. Select the correct answer using the codes below. A1 only. B2 only. C. both 1 and 2. D. neither 1 nor 2. Incorrect. Answer D. Looking at the resources available, agriculture would have been the obvious choice as the prime moving force, PMF, of the economy, i.e., cultivable land and the human power. But as Indian agriculture was using traditional tools and technology, its modernization as well as future mechanization later to some extent would have been blocked due to the lack of indigenous industrial support. Thus, the political leadership selected industry as the leading force of the economy after independence. Hence, statement 1 is incorrect. A major shift took place in the Indian economic thinking when the government announced in 2002 that from now onwards, in place of industry, agriculture will be the prime moving force of the economy. This was a policy shift of historic importance which was announced by the highest economic think tank of the country, the Planning Commission, as the economy commenced the 10th Plan 2002-07. 10th Statement 2 is incorrect. 5. Question: which of the following basic industries was having considerable presence of private sector at the time of independence? Cement, iron, and steel, coal. Select the correct answer using the codes below. A1 only, B2 and 3, C1 and 3, D all of them incorrect. Answer C. There are 6 basic industries which every industrializing economy requires, namely I iron and steel, I cement, I coal, V crude oil, V oil refining, V iron electricity. At the time of independence, out of the 6 basic industries, the cement industry had some strength in the private sector, while in the iron and steel industry a lone private company was present. Hence Statement 1 is correct, but 2 is incorrect. The coal industry was controlled by the private sector and crude oil and refining was just a beginning by then. Hence Statement 3 is correct.